flood days are on the rise along our coast. Our meteorologist Alex Seymour took a look at what's causing this rise and what we can expect in the future.
Water rushes through a dune breach on the north side of the Indian River Inlet Bridge. That's as a result of pounding surf and high water levels. Attempts were made to keep Route 1 clear of debris from the breach, much to no avail.
Route 1 northbound actually had to be closed for a period of time during the morning hours today, and that's all due to the fact that we had that dune breach north of the Indian River Inlet Bridge. That dune breach has been repaired, but more coastal flooding is on the way.
Scenes like we saw this morning are becoming more frequent along the Delaware coast due to rising seas from a combination of many factors. That includes melting glaciers, sinking land along our coast, expansion of waters as they warm, along with various other factors. Sea levels along Delaware's coast are rising at one of the fastest rates in the United States and globally.
We've experienced maybe 15, 16 inches or so over the past 100 years, 120 years.
Much of that rise has occurred in the past few decades as sea level rise speeds up. This has resulted in an increase of coastal flood days from less than 5 a year in the early 2000s to over 10 a year now, and that is forecast to rise on the low end of projections to as much as 60 days per year by 2050.
Sea level rise has now pushed those water levels to right where we kind of built our infrastructure, our community, our roads, the groundwater systems that we do from irrigation, etc. So we're at that point, right, where it's crossing the threshold a whole lot more.
Coastal flooding can now be seen during weak storms and full moons, like with today's flooding, where in the past it took major storms to cause flooding. In the future, it's going to be vitally important that we continue to build up our resiliency against this water rise as it becomes easier for major issues to arise similar to today's dune breach. I'm meteorologist Alex Seymour, Coast TV News.
And this brings us to our Coast TV poll tonight. We want to know, how should communities handle coastal flooding? Let's take a look at the updated results.
Take a look at your screen. So far, a large majority are still saying fix natural buffers, like the dunes that Alex was just showing us there, though all these other options getting a little bit of the vote.
That's right, and that could still change throughout the evening. We'll check on that poll later tonight. If you haven't voted yet, you still can at coasttv.com or on our mobile app.